What's going on, people? I am back. So I know I said I was going to be uploading weekly. Now don't get mad at me, okay? It's only been 2 weeks, but I'm still just getting new to all of this. So yeah, I mean, I borrowed a background. I'm not just in my living room today. I am in the office, which is pretty sick. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing something that a lot of people have been asking me about for a very long time. Something that's been highly requested, something that's been a big part of my life, I guess you could say. It was a very interesting chapter that kind of brought a lot of different opportunities. So, you know, it's like, I know there's like the whole thing around the word react, but I guess you could say I'm going to be rewatching my X Factor audition. Yeah, so I said there'd be tea, honey, there's gonna be tea. So I guess there's no point trying to avoid it. I'm just gonna have to, you know, I'm just gonna have to jump straight in. I thought to myself today, you know what, it's not long from Halloween, it's spooky season coming up, and God, what scares me more than my past? So, bitch! Let's get into the video.
Who's with you today?
My sister's just outside.
Who are you here with today?
My parents, they're just outside. They've remortgaged their house twice to help support my dream.
So no, I didn't lead with that. There's one thing I've learned in life, is everything is down to perception. Everything is down to an edit, you know? So for instance, we don't always walk around looking like the Valencia filter with Instagram now, do we? But it's perception. We like to believe, you know, what we want everybody else on Instagram to believe is we have this glowy, sort of like nice tanned looking skin or whatever, when in natural, you know, no one looks like that. I don't overly edit my photos, I don't make myself look anything I'm not, I just had a bit of better lighting. So straight off the bat, did not lead with that. But this was about the 20th interview that day, and they ask you the same things over and over and over and over, so.
I don't want to be just famous. I don't want people just to know who I am. I want people to look up to me and be like, wow, I want to be like her. My name is Soheila Clifford. I'm 18 years old and I work part-time as a waitress. I'm an all-rounder. I'm not saying I'm the best.
Okay, so just there, can we take a moment just to kind of notice the song in the background? Look at me. So anyone that knows me, any person that I'm friends with, any person that's gotten to know the real me through YouTube, or, you know, like the people I associate with, you'll know, yeah, I'm an outgoing person. Like, I'm very, I don't know, I don't want to say loud, but, you know, I'm very out there. I like to be funny and all that kind of stuff. But I'm real. You know, like right now, I'm not putting anything on. This is just me talking to a camera, talking to you. Whoever is watching this, again, whoever's out there, if you find me at 3 AM, how is it going? I hope you like this remote control chair I'm sitting in. It's really comfy. You know what? I've actually started to understand the bane of this life with low disk space. So anyway, it makes a lot of sense. You know, there was always going to be a perception the second they started playing that song in the background. You know, people like to think, you know, oh, this is just how the interviews were. Truth be told, you do about, Christ, 20 plus interviews a day. When you get through to this sort of stage where you are meeting the judges and stuff like that, yeah, you really do about 20 interviews per day of the same thing over and over and over. So they just pick and choose from each and everything. Notice how you'll see a lot of me walking, and they said, you know, oh, we want you to dance here, and apparently that's dancing, but it's it's true, that's what they do. And so you'll see there's a lot of voiceover. It's because they're picking the things they want you to say. I've said each of these things somewhere to probably a different question, but out of context makes me look conceited.
Somebody else. I like to consider myself a performer, like not just a vocalist. My parents remortgaged the house twice, paying for stage school.
It was worth the money to do it.
time has come to take a sip. Okay, so again, listen to that superficial expectations. Now, again, to anybody that knows me, they'll know that there is nothing actually superficial about me. I keep it real, I am what I am. Am I confident? Yes. Have I worked hard for everything in my life? Yes. This whole thing about remortgaging the house. Now, this is something that I've wanted to try and straighten out for years. Now, 3 years to be exact. And the thing is, yes, they did do that, but then people make it sound like it was, oh, it was just throwaway, we have the money to do that, we can, no. Everything in my life was a struggle. Everything for my family was a struggle. I was lucky enough because I worked hard to get an opportunity. And any opportunity I had, we did anything we could to try and make it happen. Now, that's a great thing to do. But to anybody saying, like, you know, they make it kind of come across like, you know, oh, we just paid for it to do this, we paid for it to do that. I don't think people quite realise what it takes. And then this whole, you know, oh, we'll do it again for you. It's because they're told, everybody is told to say things and, you know, just, oh, we'll have, like, you know, so you're mic'd up and we'll have you, like, talking about this and we'll talk about that. Again. For me.
You're very confident, Soheila.
Thank you.
I like that.
I'm just literally so excited to be here.
So, what nobody actually knows was, so I got through to this stage where you were going to meet the judges. I can't remember where it was. I think it might be in, like, maybe Birmingham or something that I was going to originally. And on that day, they ran out of time to see anybody, and I'm not kidding, it was right as I was about to go in. And at that point, I mean, I'd been there for, I think we were there for like 14 hours or something, you know, waiting, and we'd seen everybody else's auditions go in. It was crazy, like, it was absolutely crazy, and I was like, I can't believe I'm here. So I did all of that, and at that last minute, they were like, sorry, we've run out of time, like, you're just gonna have to go home. We might do another day in a few weeks' time because we've overrun by quite a few people this year, so if you get a chance, then you might, but if not, you probably won't. And I was like, I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. And that's actually something I've never really told anybody, was that, yeah, I was supposed to have met them on a different day. So this was an extra day added of auditions, where, yeah, they just kind of saw the people that they didn't get the chance to see on their allotted day. So at that point, I built it up so much, even more, because again, I was raring to go the first time, but then I was told to go home. Didn't hear anything for 2 weeks, and then I was given my chance. I had built this entire thing up in my head my entire life. Like, my entire life. I'd always wanted to go for X Factor just once to see what happened. And as I've mentioned before, my God, my life, I have done everything in my power. I still am trying to get somewhere. So, yeah, this is why I acted not desperate, but like, this is why I was so like, you know, and I don't think I've ever been more scared. Everything around me, I felt like the ground was swallowing me whole in that spot. It was insane, like absolutely insane. I couldn't believe I was there.
But it's you, I know I should never come back to let you come back. Every time you touch me, just say you love me. I get a little bit breathless, I should've wanted. Head in the clouds. I got one last try without you.
You know, I'm gonna stop it there a second. So, I know I probably keep saying so, like, a lot, and I'm really sorry. Not really, but, this is another thing, was the fact that I would never have chosen an Ariana Grande song. Because I've actually bizarrely been compared to her a few times. I personally don't see it. I think she's fantastic. I think she's absolutely insanely talented and all of that. I don't think there's anything in me that really resembles her. Maybe it's eyeliner or something. Oh, I'm out of focus. Yeah, maybe it's like a style, maybe back along. And I know they can't categorically tell you in terms of, like, they can't make you stand there and sing a song, but they heavily suggest it, or at least in the beginning stages, they heavily suggest on what to do, because in the prior stages you've sung this, you've sung that, and then they'll just kind of throw a song out there and you're like, you better stop! I really don't think that's gonna suit my voice. That again, I just know that her songs don't suit me. But at that point, it was like, well, I just want to impress them. I'm gonna listen to what they say. I mean, why would they try and make me look bad? Like, that's crazy. So yeah, I kind of took on the advice. Oh God, I just realised this still has. We got these new mugs the other day, and it still says "Fine China." So yeah, I guess I just listened too much, almost, to what was told by the team on what to sing, because again, I never ever would have chosen this. I'm not a nervous performer, never have been, never will be. However, this was going to be what I saw as one of the biggest days of my life. I would not have chosen a song that I don't even find that song high. You know, it's like if I think about it now, you know, I know you're never gonna wake up, I wanna give up, but it's you. I know I never should have called back or let you come back. Like, that's not hard. It's just, it was such a big moment. My mouth was dry, my throat closed up, I couldn't breathe, my asthma was kicking up, like everything was so intense. Like, I never would have chosen a song that I could have ballsed up. And I mean, it's not awful, but it's sure as hell not even close to what I know I can do, which is frustrating. So.
Problems, but you won't be one. Like what?
Okay, thank you, Soheila. Nicole?
Soheila, such a pretty girl.
Thank you.
I really like your energy and your attitude, and I like someone who's ambitious.
Thank you.
Sharon?
I think what the stage school has taught you is confidence.
Thank you.
And you've got all the right answers, Mrs.
Yeah, Soheila, I just like your image and your vibe. The singing was okay, but you've definitely got something from me.
Thank you.
Simon?
Soheila, you know what? I want to say one thing first of all. You don't have to spend money to turn into someone good. If you've got it, you've got it. I like you. I can see that you're ambitious, but your voice is not a huge voice.
Shall we vote?
I'm going to say yes.
Sharon?
Yes.
Nicole?
You've got a yes from me.
Soheila, you have 4 yeses.
Soheila. You know, every single person in my life at some point has called me Soheila, and it's such a pet peeve. It's not L-I-A, it's E-I-L-A. I understand it may look like Soheila, but not Soheila. It really frustrates me. But you know what? I have to admit, I really did. I love what the judges said. You know, I thought, especially considering, again, for me, I knew it wasn't a flattering song that I wouldn't have picked. Let's not forget this, I would not have picked. But they were very lovely. I can't say a single bad word about the judges. I just also remember the extra stress of that day, because I was phoned like the day before or something like that. It was like really soon before. And oh God, they said, right, so make sure you pack your bag, because just in case you do get through, you'll have to basically grab your bags, and boom, we start boot camp that night. I was like, fuck. So I was freaking out, and I was just like, oh God, I hope I didn't pack for nothing, because I hate packing. I hate everything about packing. It's awful. It's just so tedious. So yeah, I remember that was yet another thing crossing my mind that day. I was like, I really don't want to unpack when I get home if I have to. Like, if I just have to go home. Pineapple juice. But yeah, it was a really frustrating thing for me, I guess, because I've always been very straight up, and I'm an open book with who I am as a person. I've never lied about anything when it comes to that, and I hated that there was such a misrepresentation of me out there. And you know, like the week before I was aired, I remember there was this like article going out about me, and it was like, you know, ooh, she has an Instagram that she posts very sort of risque photos, and it's like, I really didn't. Especially back then, I really didn't. I kind of got braver as time went on, but then it's like, yo, it's my Instagram, everybody has one. Like, why is everybody sort of like why is it front page news that I have an Instagram? That's what I mean. I suppose it's like there was a real misrepresentation of me. And to anybody that wants to know, no, I do not have money. I never have. I'm working towards earning my own in life. You know, I work, I have a normal job. I think that's the biggest key of everything. People assume from me, for whatever reason, that I have money. I don't know where that came from. There's a real stigma surrounding it, and that I came from a family that does, and my God, we did not. So, yeah, I guess it's, yeah, you don't get to choose your songs, everything, you know, like there's a whole bunch of stuff written down about me before I even walk into the room. They knew all that. So, yeah, let me know if you want me to react to the next stages. Let me know if you want a boot camp episode and then like a 6-chair challenge episode and then judges' houses, I think, where is the most tea of all of it. This was kind of like an introduction video, I guess, to me. And I guess as you'll see just from me talking here, I'm not the same person as there. Because I'm not like constantly trying to convince you, like, please like me. I think it was like a real, yeah, it was just a real, it came from a place of wanting to be liked and wanting things to go well because I built it up so much for so many years. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Peace.